I forgot how bad this movie was. Now, movie died 2005. Sent in a request for me to re-review, because I have said in my videos for the past couple years, if you want a movie review or a re-review, I'm happy and happily to re-review something if someone sends a paid request for it. Be my guest, because maybe I could say more, maybe I could bitch more, or maybe I could praise more, or maybe my opinions change, who knows. Feel free. Or a top-it tier list ranking, video game playthrough, commentary. PayPal is the best way to do it. Do you have a Cash App as well? Links are down below, and I'll get to it as soon as I possibly can. For those who sent them, thank you. But The Fog from 2005, which would be called The Fuckstick, the Fragula. That's not even a real word. But if you see this film, you make up words, just so your brain doesn't shut down from the stupidity that you're watching on screen. It makes me want to fart. It's directed by Rupert Wainwright, who did Blank Check, which, to be honest, I haven't seen, although I've heard some weird things about it, and Stigmata, which is Stigmata with Gabriel Byrne. It is what it is. But this one, I love the original The Fog. I think that's one of John Carpenter. I mean, it was a hit. I still feel it's a bit underrated. Because people talk about Halloween, of course, Stay for New York, of course, The Thing, of course, nowadays. But The Fog kind of gets left on the wayside, it seems. I know John Carpenter wasn't the most proud of the film. Just he did a first pass. He didn't think it worked, so they went back and saw some. They saw to it to film some additional material. But I love the original The Fog. I think it's one of the better ghost story movies. It's one of my favorite ghost story films. I think it has a really good cast. Got Tom Atkins, Jamie Lee Curtis, Hal Holbrook. I really love the musical score. I love the atmosphere. I think it's very rich with atmosphere. The look of the ghost, the lighting, the way the widescreen is used, the way the fog and the music builds. Boom, boom, dum, dum. I think it's the way certain scenes will look, like when the ghost grabs the cross is glowing, and they did that for real in camera. That still holds up. Just has a rich, creepy atmosphere. It makes me want to watch it now. This, though, it's one of those remakes that took anything and everything that worked in the original and said, let's not do it, let's just fuck it up. Almost on purpose. And I don't know if I'll play the clip, but there's a interview with... there's a clip with Tom Welling, guy who starred in Smallville, who starred in this. It's one of the few films he starred in, honestly. I think it's around season 4 of Smallville he did this. And he has this podcast with Michael Rosenbaum where they talk about every episode of Smallville. And there's a clip where he tells about The Fog and how he did the film and how, what made the original work. So he's a fan of the original. They just try to appease everybody in this, and thus you appease nobody. And, the original was like the fear of God, and they took all that out and they watered it down. And he talked about how, the film wasn't good and it failed, and so I thought it was kind of a nice little clip. Again, I don't know if I'll be able to use it, but you can find it. Just type Tom Welling, The Fog, and you'll eventually find it. But he's right. This film is a failure, and it's watered down. It's weak sauce. It's PG-13. It's everything that the original did right, this did wrong. It's like the Hitcher remake. That's why I consider this one of the worst remakes of all time, because it does nothing better and everything worse. The cast is not nearly as good or as memorable or as... it's very... Even if you like some of these actors, the performances are either very wooden or very blasé or just boring as shit. Because the movie's boring as fuck. I'd rather watch golf. Then The Fog remake again. Tom Welling, I don't think he's a bad actor, but he's given nothing to do. He's a very blank, blasé character in this. He has a boat. That's it. He got a boat. Selma Blair, who's in Hellboy 1 and 2, she plays the radio DJ, and she's fucking awful in this movie. She's decent or good in other movies, but here she's just very wooden. It's like she's on fucking Xanax. Maggie Grace, who played the daughter in Taken 1, 2, and 3, she plays the ex-girlfriend of Tom Welling, Elizabeth, who's a hitchhiker. Tom picks her up, doesn't realize until she gets closer that it's Liz. And then she starts having these dreams, these nightmares. You figure out by the end why that's the case. She's very boring. They force in a comic relief character, a guy named Spooner, played by D. Ray Davis. And he's not really funny. He's given, or either he came up with, or the script came up with really stupid lines like, "Hey, women have testicle telepathy." Well, this movie has no balls, so that's one lie. And trust me, if there's telepathy involved, then someone would have realized this would be a shitty film that would bomb, and don't make the fucking movie in the first place. There's no telepathy, and there's no balls, so that's a lie all to itself. Even the poster, look at the poster. Look how stupid the poster is. A CGI fry, I can't even talk. A CGI, fry. Yeah, I wish I had some French fries. Stick them up my fucking ass. One at a time and see how much I can fit. Your world record, Guinness style. Is there a Guinness world record for how many French fries you stick up your ass? I'd rather find that out on my fucking phone than watch this movie again. It'd be a better use of my time. Anyway, as I meant to say, the Fog poster. Look at it. Some asshole CGI Fog face going, oh. Either he's ready to suck some dick, or going to the dentist. Or where the fuck this thing's doing. Stupid poster. How do you look at the poster and take it seriously? And just CGI everywhere. The death scenes are either off-screen or they have no intensity to it. There's no even fucking blood. There's a death scene where Father Malone, which they do a horrible job with that character, because that character had class, and even he had an it factor by Hal Holbrook in the original. Here, he's just a pathetic drunk who's useless and does nothing until he dies at the end. And there's a bit where the CGI glass is flowing around him, goes into him, but when the glass comes out of his body, there's no blood. So apparently this guy has no blood in him. I guess apparently this guy was a fucking zombie or a husk, because glass goes in him, it comes out, and there's no fucking blood. Even on the glass. No blood spurting, nothing in the glass. Comes out, spotless, cleanless. Mr. Clean could not make the glass more clean coming out of his body. You would think there'd be at least some kind of blood stain, but no, apparently not. If you stab someone, you pull out, there'll be no fucking blood. It's like stabbing a fucking dummy, I guess, or a fucking mannequin. Although everybody acts like a mannequin, so maybe that's, part of the, The direction is very 2000s with the way it's trying to do with the editing and stuff. Almost as if, we can't make the audience too bored. The actors are floundering, and they're trying to find the grab and purchase, and they can't find shit. They try to show the backstory, and honestly, this is one of those things that the show don't tell is wrong. Just hearing the story in the original Fog was more interesting, whether it be the old guy, John Houseman at the beginning of that movie, or later when they're going through the book, or going through the stuff that Hal Holbrook finds. But the music and the actors, that caught my attention more and more than showing this, here's a boat on fire, and here's some assholes, and they're on a boat. It didn't bring anything. You say, okay, they did something different where they show it, and it wasn't worth the shit. The characters, again, Tom Welling, Spooner. What a name, Spooner. There is no spoon. Yeah, I wish there was no spoon. I wish there was no movie, too. So, I don't even want to say they try to establish the characters. I swear I'm getting the hiccups now for this fucking film. Calm down. It's just a movie. Just keep repeating yourself. It's just a movie. Just a shitty movie. Just a shitty movie. Just a shitty remake movie. Now my nose is itching. Now my body's falling apart. I'm in hiccups. Now, probably next I'll have heart palpitations. I'll die on camera talking about the fog. The fuck stick. So it goes through, this is who Selma Blair is. This is who Tom Welling is. Him and this guy Spooner have a boat. They are showing people to get their fish. They're trying to raise the anchor. Something gets caught. And they're ready to topple their boat. They pull it off. And there's like a hairbrush and a pocket watch. Later that watch washes ashore. And this old guy grabs it and gives it to Elizabeth. By this point, Tom Welling was picked up a hitchhiker, and it's Liz, and they known each other from back in the day. You briefly see the Father Malone character, but he's a drunk, pathetic, useless character. There's statues being erected of the Founding Fathers, although it's not even like an anniversary, like the 100 years. No, it's just, what is it, 134 years? Just some random, it's not even an anniversary. It's like, okay, yeah, we just got these statues. Why not? And one of them, like, there's the mayor who is, one of them is Maggie Grace's mom, and one of them is the Tom Welling's dad. There's a bit where Spooner and this other guy take the boat and they try to do their own fucking Girls Gone Wild with these other two girls. And this movie does not know how to build suspense. The movie does not know how to build tension. It doesn't help that almost every every character is like someone hired more for their looks than to give any bit of tenacity or intricate performance, or something that just felt like real people. It didn't feel like real people that lived in a town. That's why I felt like in the original The Fog. These are regular people that lived in this town, Antonio Bay, by the water, and they had to be natural looks, natural acting. It wasn't this Oscar caliber, three-dimensional, giving you the deepest of pathos, but it worked very well for that film. And these people, like, you feel like they lived there, that they breathed a bit of life. Again, they looked normal, they acted normal and natural. Here, it felt like a shitty TV pilot for a CW show with the cast here. You could edit this and have the intro, "Somebody save me." Which I know it's funny I say that because I reviewed the pilot of Smallville and I didn't hate it, so. But there's some crappy CW stuff as well, so. And to be fair, what did I say was I forgot where Smallville. Anyway. But I guess I'm thinking more of the later. I'm going off tangent. Just like a shitty TV show. But the CGI that's everywhere in the movie. So many times you'll have characters talking, and this fog surrounds them, and you can tell it's so fake, and it's so phony looking, and there's nothing there, and they're not real. It's just this. It's almost like someone put a cheap filter on it. crappy CGI fog, whether it be Spooner and the other guy talking in the boat, or there'll be times where Tom Will and Maggie Grace are near a graveyard, or they're near somewhere and the CGI fog is everywhere. And you just tell how fake and phony and ugly it looks. And it takes you out of the movie. And this is CGI from 2005, so you know it's not going to hold up. 20 years ago. Almost 20. Well, yeah. In October, it'll be 20. 20 years ago. If you use CGI fog now, it look like shit. Let alone 20 years ago. So every scene you see it, you're taken out of it because you're just noticing how bad the CGI fog looks like. And why does it have to be CGI fog? They could do it back in 1980. But if you have a bigger budget and more technology, let's do it all CG and look more fake. Well, hell, I didn't think it looked fake in the original, so look fake in this. There's this one bit where, like, Spooner and the other guy, after trying to film it, trying to do the wannabe Girls Gone Wild, which you can't really do much with PG-13. They go in and he's looking at one of these dials and it explodes in his face, and I think they looked a lot CGI. And also, think about it. You're this close. Okay. Imagine it's right here. You're this close to it. And if this explodes with glass, what do you think's going to happen to your face? No, his face is perfectly fine. So yeah, if you're right here and glass explodes, your face is perfectly fucking fine. Explain that, Mythbusters. So then, of the four, 3 of them are killed. Yeah, I'm giving spoilers for a film that's 20 years old. Oh well. The 2 girls die off screen, and they're thrown through the window. One guy gets something thrown, and it's in his eye, but you get no up-close shots because it's PG-13. Can't have it be too intense. God forbid. And then this is one shot that I think they reversed and they didn't need to. This is one shot where Spooner, the D. Ray Davis, is on the boat. Imagine he's like right here on the boat. It's like an up-close shot. It pulls back, and I swear he does he kind of goes backward and turns. So imagine it's like an up-close, and then it pulls back. And when the camera pulls back to show more of him on the boat, I swear he like walks backwards. So it's almost as if they wanted to do the reverse. Like, hey, either they accidentally reversed that shot, it was meant to be like a push-in, or they tell them to act in reverse and they screwed it. This is why I would love to be able to show footage, but, you know, YouTube copyright and stuff. But I swear there's a bit where the camera pulls back. If you watch him, it's like he almost walks in a circle backwards. Almost if it's reversing the film. I don't know how else to word it. I know it looked really weird and distracting. He streams off screen. Eventually, Tom and Maggie Grace, they find out that the boat's missing. They go off. They find some of the dead bodies. And they find D-Ray. He hid himself in a freezer. Because apparently you could just hide from ghosts by hiding in a freezer. What is it, the Blob? They don't like the cold? Oh, they tricked me. He hid in the freezer. Because apparently can't open a freezer door. Which is bullshit because they can open... Later on, when Selma Blair's kid is hiding, and he's like taped the door as much as he can, the ghosts pound and push the door open. But they can't open up a freezer door. I don't know why. I don't know why ghosts can't open freezer doors. But, you know, they can open all the other fucking doors. I don't know why. It's a comic relief character. We can't kill him off, so... Yeah, he just hid in the freezer. And he was in the freezer, I guess, overnight. And he was in the hospital for like a day, and then he was fine, walking around. Whatever, dude. Fucking whatever. Father Malone's a drunk idiot. The Maggie Grace's Liz Taylor has nightmares. And then this bit where she is on the ceiling. I mean, she's looking up at the ceiling. And I guess, are the ghosts walking on the roof? And I guess their feet are so wet, the water goes through the floor? Because I remember thinking, okay, are they walking upside down on the ceiling? Or I guess they're walking up top, and somehow, for some reason, the water could just go through the whole fucking floor. But I guess he had to go through a fucking freezer door. I don't know. I thought that was just more confusing to me than anything. There's a bit where Selma Blair's kid is out on a beach, and there's stuff they do that was in the original. Like the kid finds something, gives it to his mom. The mom looks at it, and then it like burns up. It freaks out, and then warns her kid not to go by the beach. The boy is with another person taking care of them, this old lady, while Selma Blair's doing a radio DJ thing. So, there's the people that get killed on the boat in the original. Here, less vicious. There, at least you saw, like, implements being grabbed and impaled and stuff. Here, no, it can't be too mean. For a horror film, it can't be too mean. So the boy sees his old man. He likes to get stuff from the sea, I get it. He finds this big rope. And he starts pulling it. And he's going more and more towards the water, and he's pulling. I'm like, dude, do you see how big the fucking rope is? What do you think's on the other end, dude? He just acts like an idiot, and he can't, I guess, he doesn't know how to let go of a rope. Because I guess he drowns, I guess? And the CGI fog, this horrible, you see in the trailer, chases the kid, and it looks fake as fuck, looks stupid as hell. Like the original, there's the guy look at the weather who talks to the radio DJ, and that guy gets killed. I forget the actor's name, Charles Cyphers. Rest in peace to him. I think that was him in the original. Here, okay, the one shot that I thought was kind of cool, the only shot I thought was kind of cool, was when that guy goes outside, and then you see his flaming body fly through a door or a window, because I thought it was the door, but he goes through glass, unless the door is made of glass. Either way, he flies through, and the flying body goes, and it hits the wall. Alright, that's kind of a cool shot. Not subtle at all, but it was a cool shot, and it was done practical fire. I do think that was a cool, like, in a better movie, that'd be a cool shot. Oh, there's like a vicious, they put him on fire, and then just him flying back like that. That was the only cool shot I saw in this movie, though. But then, okay, like the old lady is taking care of the kid. She's washing dishes. I guess the ghost got into the plumbing? Or because of the water, whatever. It goes up and grabs her arm, infects her, and she turns to Meatloaf. Not the actor, singer, rest in peace. Meatloaf. Loved his songs. Like a bell, keep going. No, like actually Meatloaf, like burnt meatloaf, she turns into. And I'm like, so wait, they just grab you and turn you into Meatloaf? It seems like that could have been used a lot more. But yeah, they just grab you and turn into Meatloaf, apparently. They could literally just grab you and go, okay. I don't know, I just felt like, okay, that's random. It's something they never did before and something they never did since. Okay. I'm like, they got that power? Alright. Just they really can do anything. Or there's a bit where Selma Blair is trying to get to her kid, and you see like the CGI fog going through the AC, the vents into the car. I don't know why I kept thinking of the music. Do 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 do. That looked fucking. It goofy. It looks goofy. It looks ridiculous. It looks silly. What's the word I'm not looking for? Scary. 'Cause it ain't here. It's not in its vocabulary. It's not in its zip code. It's just stupid. Or when, like in the original, Tom Atkins saves the kid. Here, Tom Welling sees, and Tom Welling, sorry, you're no Tom Atkins, saves the kid. Only here you have a CGI ghost squealing like a cornhole goose. If a rooster fucked the goose in the ass, probably sound like this ghost. Where the fuck is that? I mean, what is scary about this? What is creepy about this? What was this director thinking? I don't fucking know. And they drive. Eventually, the Spooner finds the drunk priest and come with me, let's go. Selma Blair, she gets into her car stalls. That's when the CGI falls trying to get into it. A vehicle hits her. She goes to this crazy car crash that you see in the trailer that seemed like she would be dead. She's in the water, they try to drown her, she's able to get away. Which again, they grab her, but they don't turn her into meatloaf. Why is it that they grab the old woman, grab her, turn to meatloaf, but they can't do the Selma Blair because she's just one of the stars. She's not the, it's... So they grab her, pulling her down. I'm like, why don't you turn to meatloaf? You did it with all the other, the other characters. So you do it for one, but not the other. Again, inconsistent. Nah, I'm gonna hold you. I could turn you into meatloaf like I did that one bitch, but nah. Maybe they like Hellboy. I don't fucking know. I really don't. So eventually all the characters get together in one place, and Maggie Grace's mom is pulled out the window. Father Malone, the CGI glass goes through him with no blood. Glass will come out of his body, zero blood, those stains. Again, they must have used Mr. Clean or something. And they take Tom Welling's dad and pull him to the cemetery and they burn him up. And then that's where you get that ending where Tom Welling tells Liz, let's go. Then she stays behind. I don't know if she's being hypnotized or she's an idiot. Goes up, kisses the ghost. The ghost goes from like looking like a zombie to his old ass. And I guess Liz is the reincarnation of his wife, but was also the ancestor of this other family. So she was the ancestor of one of the people that were the awful founding fathers. Because she was but also the reincarnation of this guy's wife. I get you're trying to do something different because that wasn't in the original. There's a reason why that wasn't in the original. Because it's fucking stupid. It's fucking dumb. Why is it dumb? Because even though she has these dreams, it still feels like it comes out of damn nowhere. And also the way it's filmed is goofy with the bad CGI. And like Tom Welling is looking at this and he's like, I'm like, is that really the only reaction you have, dude? Your ex-girlfriend is turned to a fucking ghost and your reaction is like that. And also, did they know the whole time? Does it seem like at one point the ghost was going to kill her, but then stops, kind of looks at her. But I'm like, you would have known this from the get-go because you know who the other founding father ancestors are. You know, is this, or I don't know. I don't fucking know. I don't care. The script sucks, this movie sucks, the CGI sucks, the pussified PG-13 sucks. Kissing and turned to a spirit looks goofy as hell. Was terrible. Awful special effects. Awful musical score. Like, the music in the original was great. Rich with that John Carpenter atmosphere. I could listen to that score now and get tension filled in my body. Here, the only tension I would feel is wanting to jerk off so I'd get this fucking movie out of my brain. Just rather do something else. The comic relief character, I don't even know why they let him live, because he didn't do anything for the rest of the movie. He found the file Malone, and then was just there. He didn't do anything. He was just in the background. I did say really thought the audience will love this character. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. And the actor, I don't even blame the actor. It's just his character was thin. Thinly written, lame dialogue, nothing much to it. Again, it's mostly the same as you saw in the original, and then the stuff they added was just stupid. It was bad CGI or stupid twists that don't make a whole lot of sense. Awful dialogue. A cast that is have no direction to go. Whether the studio, the director, both. Horrible score and no atmosphere. This remake sucks fucking ass. Assholes and elbows. That's how I feel about the fucking movie. Excuse me. Fuck this piece of shit. One of the worst remakes of all time. Is it the worst remake? I think someone like The Hitcher and Jacob's Ladder pissed me off more. Because I love The Fog, but like The Hitcher and Jacob's Ladder are two of my favorite films of all time. And those piss me off more. I think maybe even A Nightmare on Elm Street pissed me off more. But this is up there. This is up there. Definitely up there. Because I can't think of a redeeming value in this movie. Unless you love CGI fogs. Or I just maybe you really, really love Tom Welling. I don't know. Thanks for watching. Take care. We'll see you guys later. Fuck this movie.